recent hearings on FEMA's disaster aid practices have unveiled serious allegations and sparked a broader discussion about the power and accountability of bureaucratic agencies in the United States. The recent claims that FEMA skipped providing aid to Trump supporters during a disaster requires further probing into the cultural and systemic issues within the government that allow such biases to occur.
The chair now recognizes the gentleman from New Jersey, Mr. Representative Andrew.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. Administrator, you seem like a really nice person, and you have a very nice personality, and you seem calm and gentle. So I'm going to apologize in advance because I'm angry and I'm tired of it. I don't only sit on transportation. I sit on judiciary. And, you know, I've been at hearings for hours where we were told that there wasn't any plan to go into Roman Catholic churches. And I'm digressing, I realize that. And yet we found out there was, and they had to apologize. We were told that nobody was going to school board meetings because people were reflecting their individual opinions. And again, over time, we dug in and found out there was. There is a culture in America that this issue represents and symbolizes. Now, I'm a plain speaker, I'm a plain talker, and I'm very direct.
During the FEMA hearings, it was alleged that the agency deliberately skipped over Trump-supporting households when distributing disaster aid. These claims, if true, point to a troubling bias that undermines the principle of equal treatment for all citizens, regardless of political affiliation. The hearings featured testimonies and clips that highlighted a recurring theme. The executive bureaucratic state holds significant power without sufficient accountability, often making decisions that affect individuals' lives without facing consequences for their actions.
So I'm going to ask you some things. I know you've talked about it, but the reason we keep going back to it, Administrator, it's a really big deal. It's the First Amendment that people have the right to express their viewpoint, their feelings, who they want to vote for, what they believe, whether they're liberal or conservative, Republican or Democrat, Trump or Harris, who cares? Because guess what? The folks on the other side of the aisle should know if it happened to us, it could happen to them. That's the reality. And I believe that FEMA's blatantly neglected its core mission of providing emergency support to all Americans without prejudice or bias. And I also believe this doesn't happen in a vacuum. And I understand the person who's been fired, she swears that this came from above her. So the first question I'm going to ask you, that this was part of the administration. Is she a liar?
Her allegations, I have not seen any evidence that this is beyond her specific direction, but we are conducting additional investigations to ensure that this is an isolated incident.
So the truth
and that
is
we will take disciplinary action if there was more than her direction.
The truth is we don't know yet. It's the culture. It's the culture of what's going on. They called Trump supporters, and I know I know your answer is going to be, no to this, as, quote, vicious dogs, end quote. I want to just say how deep and mean this was. Do you believe that Trump supporters are vicious dogs?
That was a comment that was not made by me, and I do not believe in that comment, no.
Okay, I'm sure you don't. Do political affiliations with the Republican Party make someone inherently dangerous because they happen to be a Republican? Yes or no?
That is not in alignment with our core mission and our values of integrity, compassion, fairness, and respect.
And I agree, and I understand that, but think about this. People, when they are their most vulnerable, most in need, most scared, most worried, in the most trouble, probably in their entire lives, hardworking men and women of America, looking to a federal agency to protect them, to help them, to take care of them. And they got literally a knife in the heart. I mean, that's what this really represented. Those people, how do they feel? They break their back paying the taxes that keep us all going here. So when we finally are supposed to do a job, this is what happens. How heartbreaking is that?
One of the key issues raised during the hearings is the excessive power wielded by bureaucratic agencies like FEMA. These agencies have the authority to make critical decisions, but there is often little oversight or accountability for their actions. This lack of accountability can lead to abuses of power, as seen in the allegations against FEMA. This issue is not isolated to FEMA but is also present in other agencies like the DOJ and ATF, particularly in matters related to the Second Amendment. I would like to hear your perspective on this, so leave your opinion in the comments, and please like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us get the information out. Thanks for watching.